Good morning, welcome to Planet Mojo. Today I'm going to do probably the most important spray of the Bur Oaks for the year. And what this spray is the emerging leaves. When the deer walk by these trees, their instinct is to just bite off these little clusters of leaves. Last year, I didn't get to spray on time, and they got the first tree that way. They bit every single little cluster of leaves off of it, and now it's kind of stunted because of that. So this is by far the most important spray of the year. Once these leaves are completely open, they'll just leave it alone. There's plenty of other stuff to eat. It's just at this stage right here, the trees are very enticing. This is not going to be a very long video. I'll show you little bits and pieces, but along the way, I'm going to show you the orchard. The orchard is in full bloom, and I'll show you a few other things as well, but we're going to get all these trees sprayed. These new trees that I planted this year, well, this one's not budding out yet at all. I believe some of the other ones are, but we'll get these sprayed anyways. This is the first tree along the road. I don't think the deer mess with this much at all. I'm just going to get the lower branches, but look at how beautiful that tree looks. This is going to look just gorgeous this year. This is the very next tree. You can see how far open that one is, and this one is just barely starting to open. I'm going to give it a light spritz. I'll have to come back in a week or so and spritz these again. A little less though. Pretty soon they won't need any spritzing at all, and that's a good thing. You're gonna get sprayed with this stinky stuff, Cat. She don't care. This tree right here is right along the deer trail, so this one needs a little better attention than the other ones. And like I said, the deer have been going through right behind the barn lately, so I'm going to have to give those trees a little bit of attention as well. Yeah, these are going to be beautiful trees this year. On these bare root hardwood trees, I'm going to say it takes a good 5 years until they're doing their best. This is their 4th year. I think they're going to be doing really well this year, but next year will be the big year. And I'll be leaving them alone after that. It won't matter if deer come and bite a little bit off. They'll be plenty tall and they can handle it. All right, here's that one that I took off basically the main tree. Here's the stump right here. That was twice the size of this, but it was really unhealthy. Oh, it's growing another one there and another one there. I'll have to take those out. But this one, this side trunk was doing really well, and the main tree like curled over and it was doing pretty lousy. This one I want sprayed really well because a deer can come along and bite the entire top off. You can see where the top was bitten off right there, but it's not that bad. This tree, I'm going to guess it's going to grow 2 feet taller this year. This should be at least up to here by the end of the year. Yeah, this is kind of unusual. There's almost no bud action at all on this tree. There's a couple here and there. This is right to the right of the south pasture opening. That's where I started, on that tree right there, and that already has leaves opening up. Just a big difference. And unfortunately, like I said, the deer have been coming right through here and going down right there. So this is right on a deer trail. For the most part, they've been leaving the trees alone on this trail, but don't want to come out in the morning and have half the branches bitten off. I am running out of spray. I'm running out of spray. I'm gonna have to go fill up. I'm gonna grab the dogs and we'll go down on the loop and check the American chestnut trees and spray the Bur Oaks down there as well. Give you a view of what the woods looks like this time of spring. It is May 13th. It is my daughter's birthday, Natalie's birthday. She's 19 today. Oh yeah, and I'm gonna walk by the dwarf orchard and show you what it looks like there. I planted those trees, I think that was about 4 days ago, and they already have some nice leaves on them. It's pretty cool. Alright, let's go look at those trees and fill this up. This is the Macintosh. I'd say a quarter to maybe a third of the blossoms have bloomed. Yeah, you could see all these blossoms right here that haven't opened up. There is going to be a ton of apples on this year. Look at that. Just beautiful. Cherry trees really opened up as well. Now this is a sour cherry, and I've said it before, I haven't had much luck with this tree, but I'm hoping to have a lot better luck this year. I've got it on the spray routine. You could see all the native bees in there. We have almost completely native bees in this area. No honeybees. Yeah, I would say about half of the flowers have bloomed on this, maybe a little less. You could see a whole lot of clusters in here. And then we have the Honeycrisp. Going to be a ton of apples on this tree as well. Yeah, look at that. It's got blooms everywhere that are just starting to form. So yeah, this is going to have hundreds of apples on it. We are going to have to give away apples this year. All right, let's get this thing filled up. Okay, we're at the trees along the side road here. This is one of the new ones, and this is a very dangerous spot for these trees, at least until they get a little bit older. That is the tree that the deer slaughtered last year. Because we got woods and stuff right here, they come along the edge of this and then they'll browse on these trees, and then they go up and right behind the back of the shed there, the back of the wood shop. So especially these very first two, once they get past this, the deer start moving a little faster, but we are going to get all of them. And this was kind of a mistake. I should have took one of these trees out, and I will do it at the end of the year. You don't want to prune right now because the tree might get oak wilt disease. So whichever one's doing better, I'll take the other one out. It'd be kind of hard to tell, but I'm going to guess the one with the fork in it. Well, you never know. Yeah, these were tiny little sticks when I planted these. I planted oh, it's been 2 years now. This is their third year. These did terrible for the first 2 years. Well, actually at the end of last year, they started sending up these shoots. It starts right there and ends up here. And that, oh, it's probably 18 inches long. So they did good at the end of the year, but it took them about 1.5 years to get their footing, get their roots made, to give them strength to make leaves. And you can look back on all that on the previous videos. There's a whole bunch of videos on these. Yeah, if a deer came along and bit that top off, it would have to regrow from here. And not only would the tree look funny, but it would take a long time. It takes them a long time to recuperate from that. This one is about 5.5 feet tall. And what do we got? Yeah, it's got maybe, yeah, another 18 inches on that one. This one is going to be very interesting this year. You could see that it's doing all of its side branching. First thing it did was grow way the heck up, and now it's going to branch out. That is way cool. I'll show you this again. Like midsummer. Nothing much on this side branch, and that's okay. I may take the side branch off. You really don't want it branching out that close to the ground anyways. Rather take that off and let it heal up, and when it's a mature tree, it'll be a lot more stable and healthy. And this is the one right at the corner, and it's done terrible the entire 3 years it's been, well, 2 years it's been growing. And it's hard to tell what it's going to do this year. Looks like the top is dead, and it's going to restart a top from here. It could grow 2 feet in 1 year, easy, or it may just stay the way it is. If it does stay the way it is, like last year it had tiny little leaves at the top of this. If it does stay like that, I'm just going to take this out and plant a much bigger tree right here. Well, we got leaves on the grapevines. These are the ones in the yard. This is that bluebell that I planted last year. This is going to be kind of interesting later in the year. And we have the pet cemetery. I just did the maintenance on this for this year. I'm not quite done yet, but I did the weed killing, so we have dead and dying weeds and grass along the edge. But next I'll come in here and clean out all the debris and stuff, and I'll add some more of the rubber mulch. This is like a brown rubber mulch. Alright, first tree is right here. And, oh, that's interesting. It's got a resprout coming up out of the ground right here. That may actually take over. The top on this died. Yeah, it's got a sprout coming out from down here. It was bitten off right here. Well, that's dead. Well, this will be kind of interesting. I thought this one was going to do really well because it gets a good amount of sun, but I guess it doesn't get enough sun. Second one is right back here. I'm going to be burning this area tomorrow. If you want to see that, this should be interesting again this year. I wish I didn't have to burn this, but the foxtail took over again. I have a plan to stop that this year. So once I get this burned, I'm going to keep it killed back, and I'm going to finally get buffalo grass planted here. Kind of interesting. This one, oh, it's got buds at the top. It's just that the ones at the bottom are doing better. This is going to be out in the open real soon. I'm getting rid of all these trees right here, including this cedar. So that's going to get a lot more light in the coming years. This one right here was bitten off, and it grew back pretty good. Again, this tree right here is coming out. Well, actually, all of these popples are coming out. So this tree right here is going to be out in the open as well real soon. I can't remember if I got a tree back there or if it died. We'll go check it out. I think this one's gone. Yeah, nothing there. And that one back there died. So we have, oh, the one over there died. I think this is the only one that lived right there, out of this triangle right here. Looks like the bugs have been at this. Got lots of tiny little holes in it. Yeah, the other one was right where that flag is right there. That one is no longer with us. I have a huge cleanup to do here, over there, basically on the entire property. I'm going to be chainsawing all summer. Okay, here is the first American chestnut. The deer rubbed on this last year. Oh, we got a bud right there. That's a good sign, and a little bit of a bud right there. But other than that, it really doesn't look like it's doing much. I'm going to spray it real good anyways. You can see where it was bitten off right there. I don't know about this one. These are last year's leaves. Hopefully this makes it. Alright, let's move on to the next one. Okay, here's the second American chestnut. This is the one that was pinned to the ground by that tree top right there. Tree broke up there, fell on top of it, pinned it to the ground, and it was growing up kind of sideways from the ground. It was like that most of the year, and when I finally seen it, I came and put this stake on it, and it appears to be doing really well. I'll take this stake off. Last time I was down here, I moved all these Velcro straps, moved them so that they don't dig into it. I think at the end of the year, oh, maybe beginning of next year, I'll take this off. I don't want it on too long because then the tree is going to be weak. Yeah, maybe I'll take it off. Yeah, I'll probably take it off in a short while. It needed to be on there long enough for this to start growing upright, but I think it may have been on there long enough. We'll see. I'll take the straps off and see what it does. On this one, I'm just going to spritz a few of these lower leaves, but the deer really can't do that much damage to this. If they take all the lower branches off, all it's going to do is grow taller. So this one is pretty much out of danger, which is really cool. I've had the hardest time with these. These are restoration American chestnuts, and what that is, they've been breeding these for about 100 years now, and this particular lot was like the first one that was resistant to the American chestnut blight, so they haven't done really well. This one is doing the best out of all of them. The next one we're going to see did really well, but it's real short, and that one got attacked by the deer as well. Alright, I gotta throw this for the dog. Just a couple more trees. We have One more oak and that chestnut, and then we'll be done with this. Oh my goodness, I thought this one was a goner. Gotta get some of this mulch off the trunk. Not good for the trunk. Wow, it was bitten off, but I couldn't even see it. But it's got a couple leaves on there. Maybe there's hope for it. It's awful tiny. Alright, there's one more there and another one in the woods that was bitten off, but that one has probably made a comeback as well. Alright. Not too shabby. Not the best, but not too shabby. Hopefully these shoot up a couple feet this year and get a bit healthier like the ones along the road up there. Kind of the same as that first one, but a little better. These are getting bitten down by rabbits. I really need that to shoot up a good 2 feet, maybe 3 feet, but I don't know. All right, last tree is the American chestnut over there. Okay. Yeah, that looks pretty bad. Hopefully that heals up. Like I said, this one got attacked by the deer. They were marking their territory and they did some rubs on it. The rubs healed up, but they smashed off that branch and it kind of ripped the whole thing in half. I really hope that heals up. I've already had chestnuts on this one, but it was only that 1 year, 2 years ago. And there's a video on that as well. Yeah, this one is almost tall enough to be deer-proof from biting, but nowhere near strong enough to be deer-proof from them marking their territory. And that takes us to the vineyard. Got a lot of sprouts going on. I'm gonna have to get down here real soon and do a little bit of thinning. And I'm gonna have to do a spray real soon as well. But everything is looking really nice. Good, good, good. Yeah, the vineyard is gonna be real interesting this year. If you wanna see it, make sure you subscribe and click on the update icon. If you have any questions or comments, make sure you put them in the comment section below. And if you share the video and or give it a like, it helps the channel out greatly. Thanks for watching and have a great day.